Darkness descends upon our world as Lucifer, the king of evil and lord of lies, steps into the 21st century. This isn't just a figure of darkness, but a monstrous titan of terror. His stature dwarfs the tallest buildings, his horns piercing the sky like twisted spires. His wings, vast and formidable, cast an ominous shadow over the world, a chilling reminder of his otherworldly power. Lucifer's arrival is not a silent one. It is heralded by an earth-shaking proclamation, a warning that echoes through every corner of the world. Come to me, bow down, worship me, or die. His voice, a thunderous rumble, sends a shiver down the spine of humanity. His words, a chilling ultimatum, resonates with the threat of impending doom. And he is not alone in his conquest. Behind him, an army of spirits stands ready, black angels with fins as if plucked from the darkest nightmares. They are his followers, his soldiers, his loyal subjects, ready to enforce his rule with an iron fist. The world's wealthy, its leaders, its influencers, they all bow to his terrifying might. Their surrender is not a product of admiration or respect, but of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of the power that Lucifer wields, fear of the consequences of defiance. Their submission paints a grim picture of the world under Lucifer's rule. His warning doesn't just reverberate through the air, it permeates every facet of our lives. Television screens flicker with his menacing image, internet feeds are flooded with his dire warning. There is no escape from his presence, no hiding from his ultimatum. And so, his message is clear, his intent unmistakable. Bow down or die. This is Lucifer's world now, a world where the king of evil reigns supreme, a world on the brink of chaos and despair. His rule begins with a simple choice, to submit or to perish. Will the world bow to his will, or will it stand against him? Only time will tell. Television screens, internet feeds, all are filled with his ominous warning, bow down or die. As the world trembles under Lucifer's threat, the rich and powerful bow down. The echoes of his voice, a terrifying symphony of authority and menace, reverberate through the hearts and minds of the world's elite. The wealthy, the influential, the power brokers of the 21st century, they all kneel before the king of evil, their avarice and fear creating a stage for their submission. The political leaders, those who once stood tall, commanding nations and weaving the threads of global politics, now bow their heads in fear. The once mighty and proud bend their knees to Lucifer's command, surrendering their power, their control to ensure their survival. The world watches, a captive audience to this spectacle of fear and power. The panic is palpable, a tangible terror that sweeps across continents like a chilling storm. More and more, the people of the world yield to the Lord of Lies, their defiance melting away under the relentless pressure of his threat. From every corner of the globe, the message is clear. The choice is stark. Bow down to Lucifer, the greatest above all, or face certain demise. It's a choice made not in the spirit of reverence, but in the cold grip of fear. A choice made under the shadow of longhorns and the beat of dark, powerful wings. In the face of Lucifer's power, the world kneels. Lucifer, now the reigning king of the world, rules with an iron fist. His presence, once a terrifying novelty, has morphed into the grim fabric of everyday life. The world as we knew it has been replaced by a reality where the Lord of Lies holds the scepter. His reign, marked by his unyielding demand for worship, is relentless. The fear he first instilled has now become an inescapable part of existence. It's not just about survival anymore, it's about absolute submission. Lucifer's rule is not one of coexistence, but of dominion. The king of hell is not a silent ruler. His proclamations echo through every corner of the world, reverberating in the minds of those who once lived in freedom. His voice, a constant reminder of his presence, is always there in the background of every moment, demanding reverence, instilling fear. His reign has not only brought about a shift in power, but also a shift in values. Wealth, status, power. Everything that once mattered has lost its significance. The only currency that holds any value now is obedience. An obedience that is not just expected, but demanded. But what does all this mean for humanity? It means a world where free will is a forgotten concept, where fear is the norm, and submission is the only path to survival. Lucifer's reign is absolute, his demand for worship unending. Lucifer's warning to the world echoes in every corner, worship me or die. His voice, laced with a chilling threat, reverberates across the globe, a chilling reminder of the power he holds. The ultimatum is clear and uncompromising. Kneel before him, acknowledge his supremacy, or face the dire consequences. His promise is as dark as the abyss from which he emerged. Those who dare to defy him, those who refuse to bow, he promises to drag them into the deepest pits of hell. Their fate is sealed, their destiny is to serve him in the underworld. He is not asking for allegiance, he is demanding it. His words are not a plea, they are a command. His warning is not a mere threat, it is a prophecy of doom for those who dare to resist. Lucifer, the greatest of all, has spoken. The world stands at the precipice of a dark era.